Hello, just turning my mobile phone off. First of all, thank you. Thank you to all the lovely messages from the subscribers. Thank you for keeping me coming back here. I've had a really big day of readings today, but I thought I'd just pop on because I was sort of getting this message to talk about, we talk about the shift and the awakening process that's going on for everyone on the planet at the moment, or that the earth is, she's shaking us up, and lots of questions are coming in. Are we going to survive? Is our planet going to survive, or is humanity? So what I thought I'd do after I just have a little chat about that, but I'll read a few cards on it just to see what some wisdom to say. How do we wake up? How do we shift? That's a lot of the questions I'm getting at the moment. So um, I know and I feel in myself that the earth will always rebalance, that will take care, that will always, chuck out what's needed and bring back in what's needed. But whether humanity, whether we humans are part of that or not is I guess up to us. But I will ask for some, divine guidance on that and see what comes through and what it is that we need to do to shift into this new awakened state, that requires understanding of what's needed for planet Earth as well. So I I also do feng shui. Some of you may know what it is, but it's working with the energy of the environment and home. And the word feng shui, even though it's Chinese, it translates to feng being wind and shui being water. So they're the two elements in the practice of working with the life force energy and getting the balance and the chi in the home. But when you bring it back to us as human beings, what do we need to survive? We need wind and water, we need to breathe, and we need to drink. So those two elements are so important, that we have the clean air, that we have the healthy water, to keep us in a survival mode. And that's what, when you look at the planet at the moment, you look at all of the pollution and the waterways being contaminated and harmed, there's something that we individually can come back to and, take some responsibility of. And I'm sure Mother Earth would be very happy with that. So that's one little thing that I thought I'd share as well. And also, just to stay healthy ourselves, we need to drink water. So, maybe a reminder too that we need to drink the water as well. That's been coming through a bit. So I'll just do a few cards just to, let's just ask, what is it? What is it that we as humans in our practice, what is it we can do to wake up? Wake up to knowing what is needed, or having the awareness so that collectively our leaders make the right decision. What is it individually we need to do? And I'll just have a look. So I'll just ask that again. What is it that we need to focus on mostly at the moment to shift into an energy that will assist the earth and all of us on there, the animals, the plants, the humans. I'm going to take 3 cards. Okay, what I'm getting here is that we have got the intelligence. This is working with our own intelligence to take action. So I get the Queen of Swords. And she's the feminine energy. She's also the action one, the intelligent one who knows how to rule with clear action. If we don't do that, I feel like we're depleting ourselves on how we're thinking about it. We want everything to be the same, and it's showing us here that if we keep things the same, we end up out of action, basically. There's no judgment from the consciousness here. it's maybe maybe this judgment card is indicating to me that we need to reorganize the way we think. It always comes back to, seems to be with everything, it seems to come back to that all of it comes up from how we view and think, so the mind, maybe we need to get back more to connecting to the heart and feeling, because we judge with the mind and we take action with the mind. So maybe the heart connected, for all the light workers and people that are really heart centered and feeling everything, there needs to be an expansion of that within. It's really like our heart has to think rather than our head. And then we can reorganize the environmental issues, because we're coming from a more connected and listening to the heartbeat of our earth as well. There seems to be a lot of energy, spirit energy is what I'm feeling too as I speak to you, that consciousness says this is our opportunity to learn how to manage. We've gone as far as we can go in terms of what the ego wants, the greed and the winning all the time, always having to gain. It's like we get what we want, and then we think we want more. So it's like we're moving into another awareness that we've got to look at what we can let go of, so the balance comes back. And also asking for energy from spirit, connecting to our source energy, which is the, nothing exists without, the creation of earth is from source, it's a creation that's here for us to use, and to bring back in more of that spiritual practice, the rituals, the tolerance and connectedness and working together. So I get that that's the big one. That's the one that we've all got to work on, is coming back to understanding ourselves individually. Being is the most powerful thing we can do. So if we want to fix, I think there's a little bit of channeling going on here for me. If we want to fix, we fix ourselves. So if there's anything negative in our world, look for it in ourselves. If there's anything that we see as out of balance in ourselves, work on ourselves. And if we keep doing that, if we keep coming back and seeing the parts of ourselves that where our negativity is, where if we see it out there, it's here somewhere. So that mirror is always being held up to us to use. So, wow. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to work on my shadows, anything that I feel, if I see myself getting negative. So, guys, you can come and help me with this, and if we can all individually see the parts of ourselves that are still reactive or angry or blaming or pointing fingers, it's there in us. And as we clear that and become more heart-centered, there'll be less of it, and Mother Earth will respond. The Earth will respond, because we'll be responding to her as well, and her needs will be coming from compassion and love and understanding, and we'll know exactly what we need to do, because we'll be listening to this rather than to, all of the I wants, or yeah, and the people that are responsible for the decision making will feel our hearts as well, and their hearts will open. So I see that as the pathway forward to bring back balancing ourselves first, and then things balance on the earth. How beautiful is that? Can you join me with that and focus on ourselves and doing the very best that we can on all levels within ourselves? Thank you. I'll see you again soon.